think would have been the financial crisis. That's where I sort of grew up. You know, I had, I think I was 30 at the time, or 31 maybe. And I had two children at the time, a 12-week-old baby, and I just had to grow up. I had to work out how to deal with a crisis that I never thought I would see in my lifetime, and that pushed me into being a different person, and showed me that leadership and pushing needed and working really hard and almost fighting for the organisation, which we did. I was at Citi, so it was a fight. And from that experience, I just learnt so much about how I can deal with challenges. That was a game changer.
7 years ago, when I was asked to go and lead the United States as the regional general manager for Qantas in South America and also the United States. So we moved the whole family to LA. And we were there for 3 years. And I think that there were many kind of game-changing, outcomes for me. One was standing on my own 2 feet outside of head office, representing the company to politicians, to business and industry leaders, to the media as well. And I think that actually creates a perspective in you in terms of, holding your own, having your own voice and being confident in that. The second thing for me was actually also a personal journey in taking the family away from Australia, seeing my daughters, go to a new school, make new friends, face challenges as well. My husband had to leave his job. He set up his own company. And so there were both kind of these amazing life experiences that we got as a family and also a career experience. And for me, that chapter of my career, I will always value.
I always do what I believe is right. I believe that you have to be courageous enough to be heard, but humble enough to be inspiring. And it doesn't take just one person to make a change. I do think you have to build a team around you that completely shares the same values as you, and just surround yourself with those diverse teams who can provide that lens as well.
Being a change about wanting something better, not just for yourself, but for other people. So I've spent a lot of my career realising that the more I progress, the more I can make it better for others.
I think it's in my nature. I think it's really important to ensure that in any role that you have, that you feel comfortable that it's not running in parallel to your fundamental values and character. I actually really enjoy and get energy from change, and I hate being stuck in the status quo. So I think that it's really important in any organisation that you've got a view of how you can contribute. And what that contribute is, and put the flag on the hill and start to kind of make progress towards that. And ultimately that is actually change, and progress is change, and change for good.
I've never thought of myself as a change maker, but I guess as one of the first women to run a financial markets business, I guess I am in some ways. And I look back and I think one of the things that contributed was probably my upbringing. My parents were very young when they had me, and so I was very much a free-range child. And I think kind of being left to my own devices and to figure things out for myself has really given me resilience. And it's taught me that I can really tackle any challenge that's thrown my way, and not to give up.
I use what I call the 3 E's. So engage, empathise, and empower.
Be passionate, be yourself, don't give up. But in terms of a more practical tip, I'd say put your hand up.
I think firstly, performance is everything. So once you've got you performing in your role, I think it's about taking a seat at the table. It's not waiting to be asked. It's demanding that that's what you want and putting a strategy together to make it happen.
Is to be able to see forward from the near term. So you actually have a view of what is that objective, the flag on the hill. I think the second thing that you need to do is decision making. And I've got a bit of principles around, decision making. One is to make the right decision. The second one is to make the wrong decision. And the third one is to make no decision. And I think it kind of comes back in any role that you have. Speed and quality of decision making is really important, but also that outcomes and success is a series of decisions. It's not one decision, because things will go wrong. And the third strength in strong leaders, in my view, is that you are prepared to take risk, but you also are really focused on making sure that when issues happen or when risks emerge, that you make another decision and you keep stepping forward in a continuous progression towards that ultimate goal that you've set on the hill.